So I'm driving customer's truck here. Of course, it breaks down on me, so I gotta go through and get a rope, hook up to it, and to the gas station. I think what's wrong with it. Oh, Jeep don't care. Look at him. The man done caught you. Look at you. You ain't a Chevrolet no more. I guess you're gonna. Oh, that's freaking cool. That's cool. Got your meal.
God damn.
Grab it since you want to sleep all day and school's back in. I figure I'd get you the old whatever Happy Meal this is.
Where's my fry at?
In the bottom, I guess.
I need a fry.
What kind of toy did you get? Was it a princess or what kind of toy they give out even? Well, I don't even know nowadays. Freaking fry. If you work for Ford and you're dumb enough to build a latch right there in that spot, you're an idiot. I done hit my head so many freaking times working on this thing on that piece right there, not realizing where it should be up here. Got my finger too. Right there. God, that thing's aggravating. I could beat the crap out of that thing, honestly. It's done got me under my skin, I can tell you. Getting back out here working on this thing, putting it together tonight, and pulled a thread out of there, a 1/2-inch thread. Like I started pulling, I started noticing it was pulling. I said, crap, I ain't never pulled a 1/2-inch one yet so far, which I ain't done many of them, but they've all come out pretty good. But this hole don't look that great in it. So I said, man, that's a freaking nice block as far as like a stop block. That's the cleanest one I've ever had. So I went ahead and torqued this head, got it all torqued, everything done on it. Got talking to my buddy Michael, and he brought me this bag from his shop over there. These are the Easy Lock little pieces, and he has these other style. So he brought me that style right here and this style right here, which he also went ahead and brought me a tap, which is a 5/8 by 11 for a helicoil style, and a bit that we can drill and tap that. I didn't know if he had all that or not. So I had an hour yesterday to order this before I ended up, so I could have it today. So I had ordered this kit right here, which this is the time cert kit. It comes with a countersinking piece for these. And what I got noticing is on my plate here, that's the perfect size to go down. So a little bit of lubrication. So all this is the same thread as far as like the outside. They're all 5/8. I'm pretty sure this is 5/8 on the outside kit, but I'm pretty sure. Let's see. No. Let's see what it says right here. This is a 1/2 by 13. This might be wrong. Hold on a minute. We might be. Hold on one second. Shoo, I was about to start sweating. So this is. I don't know why that says a 1/2 by 13 time cert. That don't make no sense to me, because if a 1/2 by 13 is what we already have, unless it's just the way this thing is. I don't know. The inside's right. I don't know if the outside, I don't know if that's the same size or not. Let's look at it right here. It looks pretty close, but it looks like the thread might be a little bit different. Sorry if the cameraman is horrible at this. I'm paying attention to what I'm doing more than I am. So that's the big cert. So really, okay, so that leaves me a little extra room for a screw up, it looks like maybe. Those might be the same size, they might be different. I don't know, it looked pretty similar. So I'm going to use this kit right here for now, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my plate up on there and see if I can't use my drill bits and all my tap stuff out of here and my plate to make it exactly right. See if we can't get this thing ready for Thursday. I stopped when I hit that one. I said, the heck with it. I went and torqued this head on just to make sure it all torqued good. I said, let's get that one fix it. Don't know why it did it, but can't cry about it. All we can do is fix it and go from there. So luckily we got good friends and people look out for us, and hopefully one way or another this old block don't go to waste. So let's play with this for a minute. So I don't want a bunch of metal in the pan or in the coolant system on this motor, so we got this taped off. I'm gonna go ahead and tape up that intake port there just to keep from throwing shards over there. We'll put the plate on it, start drilling. So I went ahead and tried the little countersink on it just to see how it do with the plate. So this is centered to the hole. This is what we needed. I went ahead and took the threads out all the way to the bottom down there with the bit, because I mean, like I said, it run all the way down there. So now I'll thread it, and I'll thread it all the way to the bottom, and once I come back up with it, I'll have to countersink. This countersink, the only problem I'm running into with it is the fact that this countersink here won't let me bring it out to where I need it all the way down. It's built to get this little shoulder off of here. So that shoulder will sit below it. Well, the problem is we need this shoulder to be on it, but we need it to be on it down in there about, I'll have to measure the other hole to see how far down we need it. So I'm gonna have to get a drill bit this size, cut it down all the way down to where we need it. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and thread it all the way down, put all new threads in it, and then we'll go through, come back, we'll cut those, and then we'll restart the edge of the thread. We'll recut it to make it right. So I cleaned the hole out, blowed it out real good where I started. So we need to be kind of about where the up to the edge of this. So looking at our tap needs to be about in between the 1/2 inch right there on it. So let's run it back down there, clean everything out real good. So now we're going to take this, run it all the way back down in there, and make sure that we got it deep enough. If not, we're going to keep running threads down in it until we get it to where we need it, and then we'll go through and taper top of that hole out where we can get our head bolt taper, or our head bolt height right. Our head bolt to our the top of our head bolt will be right for right clamping force and all on it. So let's sit here. We're close, but we weren't quite there. It must have metal down there. See right there? We need to drop about another 1/4 inch. So let's go ahead and let me turn this real quick. I'll be right back with you. Now look at her. She's where she needs to be at. All the way down. If you can see where the 1/2 inch, see where the 2 is on the 1/2 inch, where we need to be at. So let's go ahead and screw it out now and blow the hole out again. See if I can get her focused. We got some nice threads cut all the way to the bottom of that thing like it's supposed to be. Look at them down in there. So the next thing we got to do, we got to come in here. If I can get this out of the way, I might get a pair of pliers on it. Yeah, I'll probably get a pair of pliers. Well, I about had it. Come on, you dumb thing. Hold on one second. So now that I've gone through and drilled it, we gotta make this head bolt set at the same height as that head bolt. So since we ain't got threads all the way down it, we gotta figure out how deep this thread, we gotta measure that height to there, and then we'll have to figure out how deep we need this time cert to be. It'll screw down in there, but the problem is when that shoulder hits, it's gonna stop right here. So we're gonna have to get a bit to go through and countersink this thing down here to where it's down in the block like right here area. Then we should be good to go. From my redneck calculations, this is how deep we need it to be. So this thing's gonna sit right there, not quite all the way down. So we need to measure, and this thing needs to be that far down in the hole. So when this thing screws up on here, it should be sitting about right there where on that little lip. So we need it to be countersunk that much. Looking at it, we need a bit that wide, 7/4. So that's probably what, like 3/4, almost 3/4, or about 3/4 drill bit up. I used to have what we needed. Now you're back to drill this thing, get it fixed, and I get the motor set back in so Caden can be racing Thursday. What you think, Caden?
Yeah.
What they say? Don't let her crack it out, hustle you.
Yeah. Let crackhead out hustling.
Yeah,
Because
so
the crackhead, he doesn't wake up and says,
I ain't got no crack,
no
so I'm gonna
cracks.
just lay here.
I'm just gonna lay here. No, he gets out and hustles for it.
Yeah, that's what he says. I'm gonna get out and get it.
Can't let a crackhead
Go with
out
it.
hustle you.
Go with it. Go, 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 go. Exactly. You can't let her crackhead out hustle you.
Same with his carbines. You can't let him outrun you.
They don't want them hands, bro. Look at them hands. They don't want them hands. Made me a mark on my bit roughly around where I need it. So this is actually a little bit higher than what I need because I'm still gonna run my countersinking bit down there to countersink it like it's supposed to be for that little bevel on the edge so it locks itself in. So now we'll just take it like this since all this stuff fits just perfect. Like I said, I love this tool right here. I was able to put my piece in here. The way it holds it there. I got my dowel pin on the other side. So we know for sure this is gonna be true right here. I'm gonna run it down that much and then we can go from there. So I got it cleaned up down there, but what I have to make sure, I didn't measure for my plate height. So I gotta make sure all my measurements come out to be right. I didn't want to drill it too deep. So I'm gonna countersink it, and then once I know I got my right height, I'll countersink it and I'll put my threads up in the hole. Actually looking at everything come out to be about right where I needed it at. So I went ahead and countersinked it. You can tell for the bevel. So now we're gonna clean this up and stick it down the hole. All right, we got it fixed. New head gasket on it. I'm gonna slap the head on this thing, get it in tonight. Sorry if my video is blurry, it's hot out here right now. Time to go and get up on here and sand this roof, start getting it ready to lay down some sealing on it. All right, we got it stuck down in here. I got to working on the top of the bus, welding on it some more, trying to get it ready so I can start painting it while Caden was working on this. So I come here and help him set the motor in. We got 2 top bell bolts in, passenger side motor mount. Now we can just start rocking and rolling, getting the rest of it buttoned up and getting it all took care of tomorrow. He can get it up running because he goes to school Wednesday, so he's gonna finish it up tomorrow when he gets up. Figured it's a good time to maybe try to see if we can't get this thing to load up on here. See what it'll do. God dang, Caden. That boy is a freaking idiot sometimes. So far we made it this far. Had to hook the winch to it and see if it'll pull it on up on there. We're gonna see how far this thing will pull up on. I don't know with how many volts is in this battery charger or whatnot, but we're gonna see if it'll come up on here or whatnot. She did. She ain't gonna do it, so let me get a battery and put it on it. It made it, but it wasn't pretty. I can tell you that. Now it made it up on there. But this thing, I gotta measure this truck because this might be a little bit lower than the Mustang is. The center section, it might not be, but I think this is lower. So I think I need 7 inches, and this thing right here is lower than that. I'm about positive. Let me get a measuring tape. Let's see. Makes sense now. That's 5.5 inches. I think my car is 7 inches. Let's go check it real quick. It came up on here just in the middle. I could hear where I can see right here on the edge where it barely rubs. So let's go measure. Well, I can't measure the car. Car's up on a freaking jack. For sure when I measured my car, it was 7 inches. So the car should do just fine. As long as the front distance from front wheel to the front bumper and the drop is there for getting the edge of the ramps themselves. I still got to attach all this stuff. I just got it attached on top, but I just got to go through and get my side pieces on and start bolting it on. But hey, I'm happy with it. Pulled it up on there. Got my little spot for my rear end chain. I'll be able to go through, throw a chain there, around there, and back to there, and pull it tight. And see at that angle, it'll still be able to pull tight and then touch the ramps here. Then I'll throw me some D-rings up here on this, or some D-rings on that steel plate in the middle. Run it where I can run a strap right here and pull, which I might just put me a D-ring right here and come right here because I got a hole right here in the frame on these trucks. So I can hook it right there and pull it right here. Put me a D-ring right here where I can just strap it and bind it. And I might do the same thing on, I'll have to figure out where the car mounts and do its own set of mounts for it.